Hello and welcome back to the FCS Football Channel and today's match preview for the Manchester United versus Watford FA Cup third round fixture. Now coming into this game, Manchester United sits second in the Premier League. However, we do have a game in hand on Liverpool against Burnley, meaning if we win that we do go top of the Premier League and 3 points clear of reigning champions Liverpool. However, Watford currently of course are in the Championship, sat in 6th place and a manager down already after Vladimir Ivic was sacked on the 19th of December. Since his departure, Watford have played twice, beating Norwich and losing to Swansea. Of course, in our last game, Manchester United, we lost to Manchester City in the Carabao Cup semi-final, and what a surprise, we lose in another semi-final. And there's a lot to be said about how we lost that semi-final, and it was embarrassing. We sat so deep, like we always did. Inexplicably, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer decided to play Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire again against one of the best teams in the world. And his excuse was because they've played well in previous games against Manchester City. Well, they didn't play well here today and they lost us that game. We cannot have these two centre-backs playing as a partnership today or ever again, really. They do not work as a pair and they constantly cost us semi-finals and big games. Sevilla, they cost us. FA Cup somewhat cost us. And against in the Carabao Cup against Manchester City, they cost us. They cannot be a centre-back partnership. I don't see why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer keeps going back to these two. These two centre-backs cause our team so much problems. And with these two centre-backs, we have to play Fred and McTominay in front of them to protect them. Meaning Pogba then gets pushed out to the left wing. Meaning we have no creativity from deep. Which means then Bruno Fernandes will drop deep. Means Martial has to come into 10. And this is something we constantly see. And it's a big issue for Manchester United. And we need to attack it head on. We need to stop playing these two centre-backs. We have Tuanzebe and Lindelof, who've worked fantastically well together against PSG. Play them together. We have Bailly and Maguire. They've played really well together. Play them together. These should be our two centre-back partnerships. We have a midfield partnerships in Fred, obviously Fred and McTominay, and we have one with Pogba and Matic. Do the same with centre-back. If we must, do the same. Because Maguire and Lindelof cannot keep playing together, or it will keep costing us games like it did against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. However, I don't think we will see these two centre-back partnerships today. At least I wouldn't pick these two centre-back partnerships. Obviously, this is the team I would go with. I would go for a fairly rotated side. In fact, I would go pretty much completely rotated. In goal, I'll go for Dean Henderson. He keeps his place after the FA Cup game. He's our cup goalkeeper, so should be playing in the cups, especially against Watford. It was just good opportunity to play Dean Henderson. Right back, I would go for Brandon Williams. I think he is a right back. And where is he? Aaron Wan-Bissaka needs a rest. Give him a rest. Don't play him. Play Brandon Williams before he goes out on loan, if we can arrange him a loan deal. Centre-back partnerships, I would go for what I believe probably is our strongest centre-back partnership, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will never play this centre-back partnership week in, week out, so this will have to be our backup and our rotation centre-back partnership, that being Victor Lindelof and Tuanzebe. Plenty of pace. Lindelof's a fantastic ball-playing centre-back. He's what Harry Maguire thinks he is for a ball-playing centre-back. So I think these two work really well together. Tuanzebe's pace complements Lindelof very well. I think Bailly's quicker than Tuanzebe, but I think Lindelof is definitely quicker than Harry Maguire, meaning them two centre-back partnerships work. I think we will see Telles at left-back. I think Shaw just deserves a break after what has been a fantastic run of games for Luke Shaw. He worked his socks off against Manchester City and deserves a break in this one, so I think he'll get one. Then in midfield, I would go for Nemanja Matic and Donny van de Beek. I think Donny van de Beek deserves a start and deserves an opportunity to impress. He was brought on in the last 6 minutes in the Carabao Cup against Manchester City. That was a disgrace. I think we were lacking any sort of control in the midfield. We were being overrun, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer left it until 25 minutes after we conceded, the 75th minute, before we made one change, and we only made two in the game. What the hell was going on? Donny van de Beek should have came on at half time, really, to try and control and get a grip of that game, but we didn't. And it was only until last minute. What was Donny van de Beek meant to do in about 5 minutes? He wasn't going to go score a hat-trick when we was already 2-0 down, was he? It was stupid. And again, Donny van de Beek has been left out to dry and he needs to play. He's played in majority of the cups so far this season. Play him today. So in the front line, I would actually go for Daniel James on the left. I would go for Juan Mata down the middle, Jesse Lingard on the right, and then I would go for Mason Greenwood up top. I think Mason Greenwood deserves a spot in that starting number 9 role. I think that's his long-term position. I think that's the position he wants to play. So play him there in a game which we should be able to win. Dan James out left. Just rest Marcus Rashford. He needs a rest. Give him a rest. So start Dan James on the left. Jesse Lingard. He looked very good at the end of last season. Well, at least good. Give him a chance. Let him impress. And if he doesn't, well, what have we really lost? And then Juan Mata down the centre. We can't play Bruno Fernandes. He needs a rest, just like Rashford. So play Juan Mata. And it's against Watford. They should sit deep against us and just try and hit us on the counter-attack. That's a game of Juan Mata will thrive in. He's still got all the technique and ability. He just can't run anymore. So playing him in the centre, he can use that wonder of a left foot he has to try and pick out passes and find holes in this Watford defence. So I think it would be a dream day for him. So I would go for Juan Mata. This is a team I think Donny van de Beek will be part of from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think he'll go with Dean Henderson in goal. I think at right back he'll go Wan-Bissaka. I think he's alongside Maguire, undroppable really in that defence. I don't agree with it. I think Williams should play. I think Wan-Bissaka needs a rest. And I would give him it. So I do think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will go Wan-Bissaka. I think Maguire and Bailly will play at centre backs. I think Maguire again, he's undroppable to Ole, so he will undoubtedly start. I don't think Maguire's ever missed a game where he hasn't been injured. So what a surprise, he will start today. Then I think he will start Eric Bailly alongside him. I think against Man City, Bailly was dropped. I think Ole's first 2 choice centre backs are Lindelof and Maguire. I think that's the partnership he wants to play, even though it doesn't work. And I think Bailly will play today, proving that. If Bailly plays today, he will not play against Burnley. It'll be back to Lindelof and Maguire, and we will be made to pay for it, and we will be exposed, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be exposed as a poor manager. I think Alex Telles will play at left back. I think he has to play. Simply, Luke Shaw needs a rest. And against Watford, he can bomb, he can get forward, he can get crosses into the box, and we can create chances, and we can see the best of Alex Telles. In midfield 2, I think we'll go for Pogba and Matic. I think Pogba's a better centre mid than he is left winger. I don't know why we keep shoehorning Pogba into left wing just to get him in the pitch over McTominay and Fred. Play Matic and Pogba in a central midfield double pivot, or just play Pogba and Fred in a double pivot. Stop fitting in McTominay just for the sake of having McTominay in. He's not very good, especially in the compared to the likes of Nemanja Matic, Paul Pogba, Donny van de Beek, Fred. He's not at that level. So I don't know why we keep pushing him in and putting other players out of position because of it. So I think Ollie will start Pogba and Matic. Then in the front line, I think he's going to play Dan James on the left. I think Donny van de Beek will play, but I think he'll play at 10. And I think this will be further proof that Ollie just doesn't see him as a player capable of playing in a double pivot and can only play at cam, which, if you know anything about Ajax, Donny van de Beek, you know that's not the case. Donny van de Beek has played in every single role in a midfield. He's played as a 6, an 8 and a 10, and he can play all very, very effectively. He can play in a double pivot, and he should be playing in a double pivot for this Manchester United team. But I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will put him at 10 instead of Bruno Fernandes. I think he'll put Mason Greenwood out right. He should be up top, but I think he will put him out right. He has to play Greenwood, and I think he'll put him out right simply so he can play Odin and Igalo up top. Again, similar to Henderson against Sheffield United, penciling him in. You're like, Watford, Igalo used to play for Watford. We'll play him in that game. Give him a nice send-off. No, we ain't a charity here. We are Manchester United Football Club. Why are we putting our best youngster on the wing instead of up top in his position where he wants to play in his long-term position, just so we can give Igalo, someone who will be gone at the end of the month, a fairy tale goodbye? No, Igalo shouldn't be on the pitch. The only way I think Igalo should play is if Martial was injured, if Greenwood was injured, and they're not. It's bizarre that Igalo will be playing, but I think he will. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said he will play a part in today's game. Will he start? I hope not, but I think he will. And like I said, I think Dan James will play off the left. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised to see Marcus Rashford there. Or I wouldn't be surprised to see Anthony Martial play either. Anyway, what do I think of this game? I think this is a must-win game for Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We were embarrassed in the Carabao Cup semi-final. Again, that's our 4th semi-final which we've lost. That's embarrassing. My main criticism is not the fact we lose him all the time. It's how we lose him. Against Sevilla, I had no problems with that. We were the better team. We deserved to go through to the final. It was just unfortunate. Their goalkeeper had a fantastic game. And 2 centre-back and Brandon Williams cost us. That was the issue against Sevilla. Don't think anyone put the blame on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Because it wasn't his fault. It was 2 mistakes from our centre-backs. And Brandon Williams can't block across because he was playing on the wrong side. So, no one blamed Ole for that. But, both in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, we've gone defensive against Chelsea and Manchester City. And that is on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We set up not to play our way, not to play football, but to play Aston Villa's way, play Norwich's way. We've set up, we've put all our men in front of goal, try and beat us, try and score past us, and let's hope our attack can do something on the break. That doesn't work against top teams all the time. It worked for us a few times in the league last season. It hasn't worked for us this season. Stop trying it. And I think this is the point about Harry Maguire. In games like this, he can look fantastic. And I think Paul Merson was bang on actually about it. Harry Maguire in a centre-back 2 where he's deep and he's just defending, heading balls away. He's fantastic. He looks brilliant. Stick him on the halfway line, ask him to chase a quick striker. He'll be killed. He is killed. And I think that's the issue. Harry Maguire looked good in that game, but he still cost us the game. He's not clearing his lines. But he looked good in that game because we sat so deep. So all he was doing was heading balls away. All he was doing is getting in front of stuff. He wasn't made to do anything really challenging. This is what you see Jack Stevens doing all the time for Southampton. We played exactly like Southampton would against Manchester City. We're Manchester United. We're top of the Premier League. And we're playing like that against Manchester City in a Carabao Cup. That's what annoying. Against Chelsea, we went 5 at the back. That is what is annoying about these semi-finals. And I fear that we could do it again. But we're pretty good in the first round up until the semi-final. So I can see us getting back to another semi-final and losing it. But look, I think this Watford team isn't as strong as us. Even our rotated team should be more than capable of beating this Watford side. And look, it's a strong team, even our rotated side. It shows how much squad depth we have. I think we will win it. And I think it's important how we win it. If we play like we did against Manchester City, we sit deep and try and hit Watford on the counter-attack, and we win it 1-0, no fans will be happy. But I don't think we'll do that. I think we will play on the front foot and we'll go there. We'll try and win it. And I think we will win it. I think it will be a 3-0 Manchester United win and we will progress to the 4th round of the FA Cup. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please do hit that like button below. Subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. Also, please be sure to check out and tune in to the watch along for this match. The stream will start at 7:30. Kickoff is at 8, as the details show there. And I'll see you next time. Peace.